This video is going to be how to install a double DIN radio on a 2003 Chevy Silverado at 2500. I was having quite a bit of trouble doing this because I couldn't find any tutorials, and I figured I'd try to help a few people out. Already got this one in, but don't worry, I'm going to take everything back apart just to show you. This is the one I had in it. It's like the most basic one. It was a work truck. So you start by just pulling this shit off. I'll try to bleep that out. You will need to move your steering wheel all the way down, turn it over, make sure your parking brake is fully pressed, and then put it in low. This just pops right out. That turns on repeatedly. And then you've got 3 bolts in here that hold it in. They are 7mm. Okay, remounted the camera so I can use both hands. You could probably get away with using one, but I really don't want to take all day. I've just got it in here, so try to get it done as quickly as possible. I've done millions of radios over the years, but never on a GM product other than a Firebird, but I didn't even get to finish that one because it was totaled before finishing. So this whole thing slides out after you take these 3 bolts off. You'll have a little nub there and on this side. Like I said, I have already done mine, so it's going to look a little different. Okay, so on the factory radio, at least this one, this is without Bose. It's just one plug, just gray, like this one. All you do is you squeeze the blue and gray tab and pull for your life. It took me a minute to get it out. Now, I tried buying a standard wiring harness that matched up with this one, looked just like it. It was the exact same one, and installed that one, and I didn't get any power to the radio. Never had to use one of these, but had to get a Scotch interface to, I guess, make it work for whatever reason. I don't have any steering wheel controls. So, not sure why I needed it, but GM, I guess. You will also need one of these antenna adapters because GM put a micro antenna plug-in on it. I plugged it in and then taped it just because it was kind of loose. But after you get that done, buy the wiring harness, you know, color to color. That's fairly easy. Interface. This replaces your factory door charm, so of course it's not going to do it now, but this is the only thing that's going to allow the radio to work. I've seen plenty of videos saying that you're going to have to cut stuff out, but I got one that was the exact same size roughly, if not a little bit smaller, so I didn't have to cut anything. I didn't have to trim any plastics down. Which made life a lot easier because I really didn't want to do that. So after you wire everything color to color, put your interface in, buy the wiring harness. Do not try to hardwire this. Buy your antenna adapter. And I'm going to throw this back in. I had to buy this aftermarket mounting harness, which I can usually get away with using the ones that comes with the radio. But once again, GM. And you cannot reuse the one that is on this radio. I've taken it apart. It's a full plate that goes all the way across. Therefore, it is not possible to reuse. It also took me quite a while to figure out the right area to put this. As you can see, there's millions of different options here. But this is the, you can't really see it, but this is the option I went with on both sides. I would do 2 screws if they fit, but it works and it's firm whenever you put it in. Go ahead and mount this back up. Now, whenever you're fishing in your interface and your harness, I tuck mine in the back left corner. You should be able to see some light coming through the vents. Push it back there somewhere. And then as you're pushing it in, be sure to lift up the wires so none of them get caught. Now with mine, I had to mount it really far to the right. And when I say really far, I mean further than I feel like I should had to have, just to make it look good. And I might end up trying to remount it, but I'm not sure if I can find a good location because my face, or whatever you want to call this, will not go on. And I've tried putting it on before mounting, and then it doesn't, your dash doesn't go back on, essentially. So, really the only way to do it. Don't drop things. Okay, 5 minutes of frantically searching later. I didn't find it, but I found one that fits, so it's okay. Make sure you tighten everything down. You're definitely not going to want to forget to tighten this stuff. If it falls out when I drive another road, you'll be quite upset. Okay, once your radio is mounted in, grab your, well, we're just going to call this the dash cover. Good news is you can do this with the door shut, which is really nice here in this 40-degree weather. So you tuck it in, make sure you get it behind here, and then you push it, bend it down up here, and push it in. Turn off your blinkers. Now over here, you do kind of have to push it inward to get it in for some reason. Not quite sure why. That could just be on my model. After you get it lined up, just start pushing shit in. And there you go. Like I said, I might try to throw one of these on. I have two, one that came with the mounting kit and the one that came with the radio. I will probably be doing a review on this radio, and then I bought some Rockshore Fosgate speakers I have over there to throw in the doors, and then the rear here. Also, toward the end of this video, if all you wanted to see was the radio, then you can go ahead and leave. But I am going to run the wire for this wireless charger inside the dash here. That way it's as little as there needs to be exposed on the outside. Thank you for watching. I hope that this helped somebody, because I was freaking out about it. I will link what I used in the description as far as the harness goes, the interface, and the mounting kit. The wiring harness and interface I bought at Walmart, Scotch, GM. I believe it was $40 and some change. And then the mounting kit, I believe, was $8.99 on Amazon. Like I said, I will link both of them. But thank you for watching. As far as mounting this goes, or I guess running it, I should say, I'm going to plug it in here to get an idea of where I need it. And then I've already bunged up what I need. There's a nice little slot back here. You can just tuck all this. This would probably be easier if you were to take the dash back off, but I'm not interested in doing that at the moment. Run this up here. Make sure you don't get it in the way of the clips. Run it around the vent. And then make sure you leave yourself a little bit of slack on both ends, because you don't want it to be pulling the wire at any times or causing a short in the wire. And as far as mounting this goes, it mounts back up pretty nicely. So now your wires ran, you've only got it exposed here and then a little bit up here. That does it for this video. I'm going to do another one on the door speakers and the rear speakers here. And like I said, I'll do a review on the radio. It is a Power Acoustic PH620 SXMB. got it on sale, so I figured I might as well buy it. Okay, thank you for watching.